Last year, on October 20th, 2025, I was laid off from my cybersecurity digital forensic job. I worked there for about 1 year and 5 months until my position was eliminated. And now, about 3 months later, I was recently offered a position as a service desk analyst. Now, to a lot of people, this might seem like a step backward because service desk is considered entry level in some sense. But honestly, I want to show you why this actually makes a lot of sense, especially considering today's tough IT job market. To give those of you a little bit of context who have never watched my channel before, I got my cybersecurity degree, I landed a role in the sector of digital forensics, and I made a big jump moving out of my parents' house and moving out of state to work and live in Florida. It was something I've never done before, nor did I really plan on doing, but I chose to take that risk. I had the assumption that once I broke into cybersecurity that things would be relatively stable, but the truth is things weren't. Now, I'm not going to get into the explicit details of the layoff and the company details and all that, because that's not the point of this video. What matters is what happened afterwards. Now, after the layoff, I'm not gonna lie, like I was anxious. I was kind of worried about what would happen next and where I would go from here. It was shocking and it felt surreal. At the time, like honestly, I should have given myself more time to process what was going on, but I guess immediately my mind went on, man, I gotta find another job, And I didn't give myself enough time to process. But as the days went on, that's when it started to hit me. And I low-key spiraled a little bit. I was like, man, I was thinking about all kinds of things. I was like, man, how am I going to pay rent? How am I going to do well financial wise? Yes, I have a little bit of savings, a few $1,000s, but am I going to make it? I'm very fortunate that I have a very stable friend group that during this time, they encouraged me. They spoke kindly to me and they didn't let me just be alone for extended periods of time, because knowing me, I would have probably just been depressed, I'm being honest. Now, first, I kind of wanted to see if I could land another cybersecurity role, and I was kind of applying for cybersecurity jobs that were similar or other variations. But after some time passed, I came to a harsh realization. I could hold out and chase another, perfect cybersecurity title due to my ego and risk staying unemployed, or I could humble myself and widen my net of options and apply to anything that would keep me moving forward, like IT help desk. I had to put my pride to the side because I kind of recognized pride didn't pay the bills. Pride didn't pay rent. Yes, I want to work in cybersecurity, but am I going to let that be the deterrent that keeps me from accepting something that's available and open? This is how I ended up receiving a service desk analyst position. Now, I guess at this point, after thinking things through, I can see that this is not so much of a fallback, but a deliberate choice to keep that momentum going in my IT career. A lot of times you hear jobs like IT help desk or service desk, they get a bad name, they get a bad rep because, people see them as entry level, things you want to avoid, things you want to get past fast. But to me, I kind of see this differently now. I see this as a chance to strengthen my fundamentals, to help me to become a better communicator, because I'm going to be dealing with a lot of different clients on the phone and talking with people and maybe customers that are not the most friendly. And I think it's also going to help me to learn how to prioritize better, to troubleshoot, and to create a methodology, and really just give me that financial stability, right, that I'm looking for. So that's why I decided to take it. And I see this as like a reset. While that other digital forensic job was good, working there kind of made me realize that maybe this was not the direction that I was trying to go. This was not the sector of cybersecurity that I was interested in. And service desk actually seems like a better pathway to the direction that I'm trying to go, because now I can actually start getting more into cloud technologies, Azure, Microsoft 365, and then eventually kind of work my way up to be maybe like some sort of security engineer or something like that. So actually I kind of see it this way now. So during the time of not having a job, yes, I had a little bit of savings and I was able to pay my rent, but I had to, humble myself a little further, and I had to start doing DoorDash, right? I had to start making a little bit of money on the side, right? While I was in the midst of this job searching process, because as many of you know who've been laid off before, job hunting in itself it's a job. you have to dedicate time. You have to be kind of intentional and revamp your resume and all that. So I had to, pick up doing DoorDash, doing deliveries, because I couldn't, like I talked about before, let pride consume me and feel like, oh nah, I'm beyond this. I'm beyond this. No, I had to do what I have to do, and I can say that it's definitely been beneficial. Although my car, it might need some maintenance. Yo, tell me why when I turn on my car, I see this service due soon B13 code and the check engine light. Dang, that's tough. That's tough. But the good thing is this new position is fully remote, which is a day and night difference from my previous role, which was fully on site. So this changes things a little bit, and I guess it gives me a greater level of flexibility. Living in Florida on my own, being a young, independent 25-year-old, it's cool, but every now and then I kind of get homesick and I want to go visit my parents in Maryland. Now before, with the other job, I had to plan that and work things around my job because I was expected to be there. But now that I'm remote, maybe one weekend I can fly back to Maryland and then work there fully remote from my parents' house. So I guess that's kind of cool. And now because I work remote, a friend of mine was gracious enough to buy me one of those desks that kind of go up and down, that elevate, that you could stand with it and then you can sit down with it. I'm actually recording on it right now. Probably record it so you guys can see. My biggest takeaway is that IT careers are not always linear. Right? It's not always you're climbing a ladder and then it's so boom, 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 boom. It's simple. Sometimes you pivot, sometimes you reset, sometimes you go a different direction, and that's okay. And I kind of want to make this video to any of you who have been laid off to kind of encourage you. Like, I know it's difficult. It's not easy being jobless because, as we know, the IT tech job market is in a state of instability right now, and a lot of people are suffering, and that's why I'm grateful. But just keep going, keep fighting the good fight. Don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Revamp your resume, do your projects. I actually made a video about how to get into IT. Go watch that video, and yeah, just keep going. But I just wanted to make this video just to be transparent and to talk about my experience, and hopefully this is helpful to somebody. I definitely want to be more consistent with my YouTube channel, so stay tuned for more videos. It's your man, Danny, again, signing